Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of the APB recap. This is a recap of most of the big hooplas from stream last week. If you want to check out the full stream with me and APB completely unfiltered by monetization restrictions, then check out my stream channel, link down below. Without further ado, let's get into it. Journalists are always asking the most bizarre questions, especially when it's inspired by the people that they cover. That also ask even more bizarre questions. Is it racist to like big butts?
God, you are killing me with that booty.
You can't do that, that's racist.
The moment this article popped up in social media, the amount of people joining the Nazis and the KKKs are astronomical. The article is talking about a book that someone else wrote, a book that claims that big butts is a black thing. That's right. Liking big butts is a black thing. And if you're not black and liking butts, you're culturally appropriating. No, really, they actually said that. The appreciation of butts by non-black folks represents a moral error? Moral error?
I don't give a tuppeny fuck about your moral conundrum, you meat-headed shitsack.
I think where they're going with this is that it's racist and therefore immoral, which is a logical conclusion if the it in that sentence is actually racist. You can't argue that cultural theft and stolen valor are immoral, but you cannot argue that liking butts is a cultural theft or stolen valor. Ironically, the author of the book is herself a white woman. I guess this white woman has to explain why everyone what black cultures are like in the same way Kanye West had to explain what being a Nazi is like. Incredibly reliable source.
Oh, man. Well, I have to disagree with that.
Last week, we encountered some really dumb criminals, and we're gonna talk about them. Software engineer busted after being inspired by a scam seen in Office Space. And this is the least dumb criminal of last week's stream. If you haven't seen Office Space, what are you doing? Go see that movie. It's designed to be a comedy, but once you watch it, it's less of a comedy and more of a documentary. Apparently, some idiot decides to replicate the scam that happens in the movie, which is a salami slicing scam that involves taking little bits of money from multiple sources and putting them into one source. It's kind of like a really sneaky version of public funding. Sounds very devious and stealthy, but that's only if the salami is sliced very little rather than, oh, I don't know, the whole freaking salami been taken. That seems to be what happens with the thief in question, where he screwed up and he paid for it. But it gets dumber. The company that he stole from formed a team to find the thief. The thief in question is also a part of that team, aka the Yagami Gambit. But then the thief got caught because there's a document that was found in his computer that details the plan in question that's literally named Office Space Project. If that isn't bad enough, there are lots of stuff being sent directly into the thief's house. All of them are on record. So he might as well just give himself to the cops and admit his crimes. Now, that sounds pretty dumb, right? And yes, it is. But boy, you are not ready for the next one. Florida burglary suspects arrested after calling 911 to help move their belongings. Oh, Florida. Never change.
I'm not a state. I'm a monster.
So a pair of alleged burglars were arrested in Florida after authorities said that they called 911 for help moving their belongings from the residence that they were robbing. I have no idea what makes these two burglars call for the freaking police to move out their stuff. Do they not have a van or something? And do they confuse the law enforcement with a moving company? One of the burglars was identified as the suspect of a break-in at a nearby Dollar Tree the previous night. He got caught in 4K thanks to the security footage, and he was also identified by the manager. These two robbers are so dumb that the county sheriff at a press conference had a comment on it, saying he might be like the dumbest person on the face of the earth. But don't worry, guys, it gets worse. When asked about why the hell would they call the freaking 911, the other robber said that she was hoping a deputy would help the robber couples to move their belongings from the site and drop them off at the airport where they plan to head to New York. So they asked the police to drop their stolen items to the airport so that they can move. The sheriff said, "We thought she was kidding." Clearly, she wasn't, sheriff. Clearly. The sheriff even said, "You'd have to be from New York to do something like that."
Wow, what do you say after that one? Brutal, savage, wrecked, absolutely taken down.
And the sheriff isn't the only one making jabs at the robbers. Imagine being criminals that are so unbelievably dumb that the cops are making memes on you on Facebook. No, really, they make Facebook memes making fun of the criminals. I mean, it's not exactly the best of the memes out there, but hey, it's better than a leftist meme. I love my headphones. I know a thing or two about them, but there are some headphones that take it to the next level in terms of stupidity. And I'm not talking about the Jacqueline floats. Yes, these are actual headphones. But believe me when I say that there's something much, much worse. Enter the Dyson Zone. Dyson isn't even a headphone maker. They're known for their vacuum cleaners, but they tried to make a headphone anyway. It's like if Xiaomi decides to move away from phones and instead decide to make vacuum cleaners. Oh wait, bad example. Seriously, Xiaomi makes a lot of freaking stuff. Companies making something new than what they always make is not a new thing, and yet some companies should just stick to what they make best instead of trying to be something else. I mean, take a look at this. Now, this doesn't look that bad. This looks just fine. But the thing is, this isn't just a headphone. This is the Dyson Zone. This is a headphone and an air purifier. Now, hold on a second. It's an air purifier on a wireless headphone that's supposed to be used outside. And also apparently has noise canceling. What's the point of using it outside when the air is about as purified as 1,000,000 farts? Oh, wait a second. It doesn't purify the air outside. It purifies the air inside the headphones, and then the purified air is sent straight to your nostrils. Wait a second, then that would mean that the headphone need a mask compartment of some sort. I mean, how would it look like?
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
Oh yeah, by the way, the headphone costs $949. That's double the cost of AirPods Max. Might as well buy the AirPods Max. And I don't recommend the AirPods Max. Are you a freelance artist opening up your commissions and looking for new clients? If so, then you're gonna have to face the most important requirements of being a freelance artist online. Is it having good talents, making good art, have lots of followers, make not safe for work art thinking that it's a cheap shortcut to popularity, make comics complaining about it? No. I'm referring to something more basic. The most important requirement of being a freelance artist online is the willingness to talk to your clients. If you can't talk with a client in a respectable manner, then you're not gonna survive in this industry. You might as well quit. Like this artist over here. I had a well-deserved confrontation. A client was unhappy with the way I handled commission process, and it made me realize this line of work is not for me. Jeez, well, at least give the client a refund or finish their art. So what made this artist quit? Did this artist stumble upon a horror client? What did the client do that made this artist to quit the business? Well, the client in question shared their DMs, and all they did is ask for progress. That's pretty much it. They just simply ask for progress. To all future artists, if you can't handle that, you might as well not work in general, especially when your bosses and middle managers hound you for doing the stuff that you already did, then I'm sure none of them have any idea of what you're doing.
I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
The AI art debacle is just full of landmines. If you ask me, I think AI art is a very interesting technology that can be utilized to help people. I'm not talking about generating things from scratch. I'm talking about helping artists to color and especially helping them to animate from one frame after the other. I feel like AI can definitely take advantage of that. Point is, I think AI has the potential to help artists, but unfortunately, we're at the state where AI art is being misused by bad actors for bad stuff. It's especially nuts when an artwork that was handmade is suspected to be AI generated and then eventually gets banned for the suspicion, which is what happened with this artwork on the art subreddit. The moderator banned the art in question because it looked suspiciously AI generated. The drama gets even worse since I talked about that last week because apparently the moderator doubled down and tripled down, and the drama is still going on even to this day at the time of recording this video. But that's not all. There's an imminent threat of AI replacing human artists, and the people that replace the human artists with AIs are treating the human artist like garbage. Such as this email right here. This company fired the human artist in favor of AI-generated images, and the AI will use that human artist's artworks as a learning template. See what I mean? You guys could have worked together to finish the project. So many times, they could have been cut significantly if the human artist and the AI work together. But no, let's just fire the human artist and the AI will just generate the art based on the human artist's previous artwork. And you wonder why people call AI art stealing. Again, AI is an interesting technology in the same way cryptocurrency is an interesting technology, if only the people that use the technology use them in an ethical manner. The amount of people that don't use them ethically are so prominent and so widespread and so noticeable that it's completely tarnished the reputation of that technology in question. See also cryptocurrency, see also NFTs, see also the metaverse. But you know what? I think it's good that society is able to see how a lot of these technological advancements can be abused by bad actors. That way, we can keep on either pushing back these technologies so that they never see the light of day, or encourage them to improve and be better. At this moment, cryptocurrency, NFTs, and metaverse are being curb stomped by anyone with half a brain, and AI art seems to be going into that direction as well. The developers of AI art need to recognize the ethical boundaries of their creations, which is a lesson that every computer classes teach, by the way. So either improve your technology so that everybody can benefit from it, including the human artists, or get stomped alongside cryptos, NFTs, and the metaverses. You decide. Politics ruin everything, and this is precisely why you're not allowed to discuss politics at times where people are supposed to be having fun, such as tabletop games or card games or pretty much any game in general. Or you know what, I might as well extend that to any situation in your life ever. But hey, that doesn't stop these people from trying and begging people to insert politics to pretty much everything. These are what I would call the terminally online people, as in they cannot live without making everything freaking political. Troll Lord Games, which is a publisher of tabletop RPGs like Castles and Crusades, stated that they have a games-only philosophy where you're not allowed to make conversations of anything else other than the games. I'd like to remind people that this is something that Reggie once said when he was still on Nintendo.
Making political statements are for other people to do. We want people to smile and have fun when they play our game.
And judging by people's reaction on this freaking tweet, I suppose they're gonna say the exact same thing to Reggie when he was a Nintendo, right? Right? I don't know how many times we're gonna have to say this, but games do not exist in a vacuum, and neither do you. But they do, though. They absolutely do. It is impossible to keep societies and politics out of your games. Yes, it is possible. Just because it isn't to you doesn't mean that it isn't to everyone else. By not taking sides, you are effectively taking side of the oppressor. Oppressor of whom? Who are we oppressing? The normal people oppressing the terminally political? I mean, it's true that there are more normal people in the world compared to the terminally political, but in a context between normal people and the terminally political, you absolutely deserve to be oppressed. All games are political statements. Of course they are, according to pretty much every terminally political people out there. They are so terminally political that they even try to find out the political significance of freaking Pac-Man. You either chose to intentionally make your statements or turn a blind eye to them. Terminally political people, ladies and gentlemen, thinking that every single thing is a freaking political statement. You can choose not to engage in discussion, but it doesn't change a game's express values. Oh, how generous of you to imply that terminally political people are the ones looking for a discussion. The person restricts their replies, by the way. No, games are art. Art is political. No, they're not. No, they're not. I define art as a medium of expression. You define art as a medium of political expression. We are not the same. Beyond the fact that this statement betrays the privilege of being purposefully obtuse towards politics. Said the person who said all art is political. How little do they care about their craft that they haven't stepped into the basic realization that games are political. That's a really nice way of infantilizing people. Guys, our ideas are basic. Everything is political. What's so hard to understand? It's not just that the statement is senseless, it's that this statement reveals that they don't know what games even are. That implies that you know what games even are. You have not established that at all. You only established that you are terminally political and you see everything as political. So you think that you know what it is. I mean, granted, I know jack squat, but at least I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, which is something that you never do. And that's all for the recap today, guys. This recap wouldn't have been possible without the help of all of you guys. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are fantastic. If you want to see your names among these awesome people, then please check out the links down below and donate just $1 anywhere you like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.